The two enemies of human happiness are pain and boredom. Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see. A man can do what he wants, but not want what he wants. We can regard our life as a uselessly disturbing episode in the blissful repose of nothingness. The greatest achievements in life are often born out of struggle and persistence. Happiness belongs to those who are sufficient unto themselves. The wise have always said the same things, and fools who are in the majority have always done just the opposite. Wealth is like seawater. The more we drink, the thirstier we become. Life without pain has no meaning, for pain and suffering are what give life its flavor. The person who writes for fools is always sure of a large audience. It is difficult to find happiness within oneself, but it is impossible to find it anywhere else. Every man takes the limits of his own field of vision for the limits of the world. Life swings like a pendulum backward and forward between pain and boredom. Change alone is eternal, perpetual, immortal. The discovery of truth is prevented more effectively, not by false appearance things present and which mislead into error, not directly and by means of the understanding itself, but by preconceived opinion, by prejudice. The closing years of life are like the end of a masquerade party, when the masks are dropped. Ordinary people merely think how they shall spend their time. A man of talent tries to use it. We forfeit 3/4 of ourselves in order to be like other people. The first 40 years of life give us the text. The next 30 supply the commentary on it. Compassion is the basis of morality. The wise man seeks little from others, but much from himself. The alchemists, in their search for gold, discovered many other things of greater value. Life is a business that does not cover its costs. To live alone is the fate of all great souls. We seldom think of what we have, but always of what we lack. Boredom is nothing other than the sensation of emptiness of life. The fundament of all morality is compassion. It is in a man's self that he must seek the source of his strength. There is no absurdity so obvious, but that it may be firmly planted in the human head if you only begin to inculcate it before the age of 5, by constantly repeating it with an air of great solemnity. Almost all our sorrows spring out of our relations with other people. Compassion for animals is intimately associated with goodness of character. A sense of humor is the only divine quality of man. Religion is the masterpiece of the art of animal training, for it trains people as to how they shall think. Politeness is to human nature what warmth is to wax. In action lies the future. To feel envy is human, to savor schadenfreude is devilish. Every parting gives a foretaste of death, every reunion a hint of the resurrection. The difficulty is to try and teach the multitude that something can be true and untrue at the same time. The greatest wisdom is to make the enjoyment of the present the supreme object of life, because that is the only reality. All else is the play of thought. Hope is the confusion of the desire for a thing with its probability. After your death, you will be what you were before your birth. There is only one inborn error, and that is the notion that we exist in order to be happy. The longer a man's fame is likely to last, the later it will be in coming. Life is short, and truth works far and lives long. Let us speak the truth. In our monogamous part of the world, to marry means to have one's rights and double one's duties. The art of not reading is not at all an easy one. It requires skill. To overcome difficulties is to experience the full delight of existence. We should consider every day lost, on which we have not danced at least once. Fame is something which must be won. Honor is something which must not be lost. The greatest wisdom is to make the enjoyment of the present the supreme object of life. The wise man is free from fears and desires. Great minds are related to the brief span of time wherein they exist as great buildings are to a little square in which they stand. The highest and most characteristic achievement of human civilization is the provision of unnecessary wants.